Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you're joining me again. Today's class is a 45-minute Vinyasa flow class. It's part 4 of the on and off the mat series of classes. These practices include some philosophical concepts weaved into the flow to help you deepen your practice, perhaps deepen your understanding and experience of the practice. And today we explore the concept of tapas, which is the third niyama of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. And it's a nice balanced flow. We open with some breathing, pranayama, and then we've got our movement practice, our asana practice, and then a 10-minute guided meditation toward the end of practice, which you can do in shavasana or seated upright. All you'll need for practice is a blanket for comfort. If you like practicing with props, perhaps a block would be helpful. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice in your most comfortable posture. You might like to recline or sit upright. And now take the next few moments to go through your ritual of settling in, turning your gaze inward, releasing any obvious gripping, loosening out through the shoulders, and just relaxing your expression. Starting to feel the movement of your breath before you influence it, sensing its gentle expansion and contraction, and holding your breath in your relaxed awareness. In today's practice, we focus on the concept of tapas. This is the third niyama of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, or personal observances. And its literal translation is to burn or to heat. And essentially, tapas is about creating space for growth and transformation by burning away or going against the grain of habit and complacency. So to embody this feeling of heat, we'll practice a brief pranayama together called Surya Bedana, or sun-piercing breath. And in this practice, we breathe only through the right side nostril on our in-breath, and we exhale through the left side nostril. If it's super hot or later in the day where you're practicing, simply breathe an equal, even breath through both nostrils without holding your breath. Returning now to the felt experience of your breath. Gently start to lengthen your exhales, deepen your inhales until you find a nice comfortable rhythm. And if you're following along for Surya Bedana, taking your right index finger and middle finger to the space between your eyebrows, thumb to your right nostril, ring finger to your left nostril. Then go ahead, block your left nostril with your ring finger, inhale slowly through your right nostril. Then pause, hold your breath, close the right nostril, open the left, exhale slowly. Again, breathing in through the right side. Pause and hold your breath. Exhale, left side nostril. Continue on. We'll do about 6 more rounds, but at your own pace. You can explore holding your breath a little longer if that feels comfortable. Keeping your eyes soft behind the eyelids. And just following the flow of your breath with your mind's eye. And wherever you're at, take one more round. And as you're ready, release your right hand and pause quietly, observing any side effects from the practice. And just gently blinking your eyes open, we'll transition into forearm plank pose. So you're going to set yourself up onto your forearms, hands interlaced. You can run the pinky fingers along the mat there, elbows under your shoulders, and extending your legs to rest on your toes. Then aim to bring your body parallel with the floor. If you'd like to modify, rest your knees. Then try and equalize your effort, creating a long line of energy from the top of the back of your head, through the hips to your heels, and then gathering your abdominals in, firming your thighs so you support your low back here, pushing the floor away with your forearms, and then grounding all 10 toes, pressing the center of your heels straight back. As you linger and build some physical heat in the body, just contemplating where it might be useful to engage tapas in your life. Perhaps directing it toward some place where you may feel limited or a little stuck, a habit, relationship, negative thought patterns or actions. Just holding in your plank, we're just here for another half a minute, using the practice today to inspire or just plant the seed of new intentions or focus for yourself. One that'll have a positive effect on your life, a new focus that is simple enough so you can become successful at it, but challenging enough to engage your will. Take one more breath. And then settle your knees to the floor, lower down onto your belly for Sphinx pose, separating your forearms shoulder width apart, extending back through your legs, and then very slowly arching your spine, getting the feeling you're dragging your elbows back, chest comes forward through your arms, integrating your legs so they feel engaged. So you're just offering some balancing length through the front of your body. And then from here, transitioning into locust pose, swim your arms back alongside your body, and then wait for your in-breath to lift your legs, your chest, your arms, and inviting your breath to move through your shape. One more breath here, and release. Press back to a child's pose, taking your buttocks to your heels, just decompressing through your low back, smoothing the rhythm of your breath. And whatever your intentional focus that comes to mind for your tapas, the key is consistency and to commit to a daily practice in that area. So it could be as simple as drinking more water, being more intentional with your practice or with your relationships, perhaps just even moving more. So tapas is that ability to engage your willpower and patience to kind of go against the grain of habit, to create space for new positive patterns to emerge. From here, we'll glide up onto all fours, and then in your own time, take a few rounds of cat and cow, moving gently through your spine. You can move in a linear direction, arching, rounding the spine with the tide of your breath, or feel free to barrel roll the spine or circle. Just breathing some space into the hips, the back and your shoulders. Taking 2 more rounds in each direction. And then we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. As you arrive, move, sway, pedal and stretch. And make that connection to the smooth flow of your breath as you move. And then ask your body to be still. Focus your gaze. On your inhale, looking forward, light bend in your knees, and then travel lightly to the top of your mat, feet about hips width apart. As you arrive, lift up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, deep bend in the knees, fold in. Slowly rise, make your way to stand, join your palms overhead. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart center. We're going to move and breathe now with some pace and cadence and build some heat. Link your thumbs, space your fingers now on your inhale. Take a big arch up and back. Exhale, sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, forward fold over the legs. Light bend in the knees, take an extra cycle of breath. On your inhale, release your hands to your shins, halfway lift. On your exhale, step your right foot back, low lunge. Touch your right knee down, arms reach up, frame your ears. And then hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, knees or no knees, lower to your belly. Breathing in, cobra, low back bend, integrating your legs, your core. Press back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, right foot to your hands, set the left knee down, low lunge. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, stay with me. We're going to move into supported warrior 3. Raise your left leg, L shape your legs, send the chest forward, your eyes forward, just for a beat. And then step up, top of the mat. Open and fold with your breath. Root down, rise tall, palms press overhead. And then hands to your heart. Second round, left side, link your thumbs, space your fingers, reach up and back. Exhale, shoulders stretch, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and forward fold. Breathe in here and breathe out. Release your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana, and then step your left foot back, low lunge, left knee down. Breathe in, arms rise. Breathe out, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. High push up, ripple forwards, lower to your belly. Bhujangasana, cobra pose, and downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up and back, down dog splits. Left foot forward, low lunge. Sweep your arms high. Exhale, supported warrior 3. Launch your left leg up. Reach your chest forward. And step up. Inhale, flat back, long waist. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to stand. And then pause, hands to your heart. Standing tall. Next inhale, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Vinyasa now, plank on your inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. Upward dog or cobra, your choice. Downward facing dog. Slowing down now on your inhale, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, step up, high lunge. And we're here to pause. As you arrive, heavy your right heel into the mat, soften out through your right toes. Then come high on the balls of your left toes. Moving into a lateral stretch to your right, take your right hand to your left wrist. Side bend to your right. Making sure your shape doesn't disturb the even rhythm of your breath. Inhale, return to center, press your palms, lower your hands to your heart. Transitioning into a reverse prayer twist, hinging forward, revolving to your right, initiating a twist from your abdominals, middle back. Holding here. And each of the postures always offers us insight and opportunity for self-study. Here in this twist, to find your own version that's satisfying, that's challenging, but sustainable. And that's not always what you imagine it should look like. It's working on finding that right amount of effort and intensity. You're going to slowly release from your twist for the standing splits, fingertips to the floor. Raise your left leg up toward the ceiling. We're holding here. Once you have your balance, option to bring your right hand behind your right ankle, just folding in, checking in with the quality of your breath to regulate your shape. One more breath. Exhale, lightly step up, top of your mat. Open and fold with the wave of your breath. Then come to stand. Reach tall, grow long. Hands to prayer at your heart. Left side now, keep it moving. Inhale, arms overhead. Forward fold. Inhale, open your chest forward. Exhale, Vinyasa, greet your plank with a breath. Slowly lower Chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. And downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up and back. And then stepping up into high lunge. As you arrive, just steady yourself, deepen the imprint of your left heel into the mat, standing tall on your right toes. And then take a side bend to your left, catch a hold, right wrist, gently lean your torso to your left. Inhale, return to center, press your palms. Lower your hands to the center of your chest, finding your midline, and then moving into reverse prayer twist to your left. Spiraling your heart toward your thumbs. Pressing your left palm into your right to open your chest. Breathing smooth and calm. One more here. And then release for standing splits. Fingertips to the floor, float your right leg up toward the ceiling, holding here. An option to settle your left hand behind the left ankle, lengthening out through the back of your leg. One more breath in. Exhale, lightly step up, top of the mat. Lengthen your heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold on your exhale, Uttanasana. Rise up tall, circle your arms overhead. And then hands to prayer. Take a moment to pause, perhaps closing your eyes, softening the shoulders down, and grounding into your feet. And final standing flow now, we're going to add on your inhale. Blink the eyes open, raise the arms overhead. And forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathe in, lengthen your heart forward. Step to plank pose, and then flow, high to low push-up, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Flowing now on your inhale, raise your right leg up and back. Exhale, step up into your high lunge. Arms reach overhead. Stay for your exhale, steady your feet. Inhale, right hand to your left wrist, side bend to your right. Coming back through center, pray your hands to your heart. Take a breath in, hinge forward. Exhale and twist to your right, just here for a beat. Stay with me. Bring your hands back to the center of your chest, moving into a swan balance. Keep a little bend in your right knee, raise and float your left leg. So similar to Warrior 3, but finding the qualities of a back bend, chest lifting, shoulder blades squeezing. And then slowly transition to standing splits. Lower the fingertips to the floor. Raise your left leg to the sky. From here, we're going to add on, tuck your left knee in toward your chest, slowly rise. Come to stand for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Standing big toe pose. Taking your peace fingers, your thumb around your left big toe, right hand to your hip. And extending your left leg forward, balancing here in your own way. A bent knee like me or a straight leg. Just concentrate on coaching your left shoulder back in space so your foot's not pulling your posture forward. Now keep the lift of your left leg, release your bind, raise your arms overhead, point the left toes forward, standing tall. And then release, step your foot down to meet your right, top of the mat. And then just shake out your legs, reset for our final side. So that heat and intensity of tapas that we cultivate here in our practice helps us to find that same patience, endurance and willpower to carry these qualities over into our life. Final side now. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, lengthen your heart forward. Then take a vinyasa or step quietly back, downward facing dog. On your inhale now, left leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, stepping up, high lunge. Soft knees, arms overhead. Stay for your exhale, anchor your feet. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, left hand, right wrist, side bend to your left. Back to center, pray your hands, lower to your heart center. Tipping forward and twisting now to your left, just for a beat. Bring your hands back to prayer, center of your chest, preparing to balance, transitioning into swan, float your right leg up, point your toes, and then find that mild arch to your spine. Steady gaze. And then release, fingertips to the floor, standing splits. Steady your foundation through your left foot. Tuck your right knee in. Slowly coming up to stand for standing big toe pose. You can reset if you need to. Peace fingers, your thumb around your right big toe, left hand to your hip. Extend your right leg forward. And keep your right leg lifted. Release your bind, raise the arms overhead. Point your right toes now. Hover your right leg as high as you can, standing tall, grow long. And then step your foot down to meet your left. top of the mat. Just regroup here, adjust your feet, hips width apart. Next inhale, come into chair pose, bend your knees, lift your arms by your ears. And then we're going to flow, just stay in your chair. Inhale, lift up a little way. Exhale, cactus your arms, motion your hips down and back. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sit low, bend your elbows. Movement to breath. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Last one, hold in your chair pose. Sit just a little lower. And then forward fold over the legs. Inhale, lift up halfway, look forward, moving into boat pose from here. Lower onto your buttocks, take a seat. Raise your legs. Option to hold the back of your knees to upright your spine and offer yourself some support. Or if you're situated, just go hands free, knees bent, arms reaching forward. Make contact with your breath. Last few breaths here. Cross the arms over your body and lower into Ardha Navasana. Keep your legs strong. Squeeze your low ribs toward your hips to engage your abdominals. And then inhale, return to boat pose, hands or no hands. And then exhale, place your feet to the floor, hug your knees in toward your chest, lengthen tall through your spine. And then from here, we're going to make our way into Malasana, Yogi Squat. So option here to take a few rolls back and forward through your spine to land yourself into a squat, or support yourself with your hands, make your way there now. You're going to place the feet nice and wide, elbows to your inner knees to widen the gate of the pose, and then pressing actively down through your outer feet. And taking 3 slow, smooth breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one, breathe in together and breathe out. Transitioning into lizard pose, fingertips to the floor, raise your hips, turn all 10 toes forward, then step the left foot back. Soften your left knee to the floor, resting your hands on the inside of your right foot. Just getting settled and grounded. From here, you may wish to remain on your hands, or you might like to explore a variation coming down onto your left forearm, so left forearm parallel with the top edge of your mat, and slipping your left fingertips under the arch of your right foot. And then reach your right hand around to catch your outer right ankle, nudging your right shoulder under your right thigh. Might not suit your shape, or it might feel too much of a stretch. Just finding your version here. Take 5 slow, deliberate breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one here, breathe in and breathe out. Unwind from your lizard, come to your fingertips, and then step up, return to your squat, Malasana, top of your mat. So you can either pause here for the next few breaths, or if you'd like to explore an arm balance now with your hips and your abdominals warm, option to climb into a crow pose, back asana. So land your hands forward. If you're taking that option, hop your feet together. Then take the next 5 breaths or so to practice your balance. If you're taking that option, just checking in your eyes, your chest forward, elbows balanced over your wrists, finding your center, heels toward your buttocks. And then as you're ready, landing if you took flight, and we'll step into lizard pose on the other side. Right foot steps back, right knee touches down, hands to the inside of your left foot. And if you took the forearm to the floor on your right, repeating it here on the left, just to balance out. And wherever you're at, just try and avoid rounding your spine too much or loading the front of your right hip. So if you've got more extreme sensations there, just ease off, elevate yourself. Just mindfully staying alert to all the impulses, the feedback from your body. One more full breath in and out here. And then reframe your left foot, raise your right knee, and we're going to step through to take a seat. Right leg can come through if that's an option for you, or just make your way there. Taking a final twist and fold before we close with a meditation. And here, a sage twist. Just keep your right leg extending. Step your left foot to the outside of your right leg. Left fingertips behind the floor. And on an inhale, raise your right arm up toward the ceiling. And then twist around to your left. You can hug your left knee there with your arm or hinge your elbow. Just 3 breaths to revolve with care and attention. And then slowly releasing, changing sides. Left leg out long, right knee bends. And you're twisting around to your right now. Just make sure you're not leaning back there. Try and really stay tall through your low back. Keep an easeful breath moving in and out. And then eyes forward. Moving into Paschimottanasana, our final forward fold, 2 straight legs out ahead of you. But take a moment to prop yourself on the edge of a blanket. And also bend your knees a little. Dig your heels into the mat. Then feel the pelvis angle forward. Smooth breath in, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold over your legs. And aim to land your torso over your thighs there, hands to the toes. So bend the knees deeply enough so you can do that. And then as you linger here, you might find that you can edge your heels away just a little without losing that extension through your low back and also the front of your spine. And gently walking the hands back in. If you're short on time, please pause the video, take a few minutes for quiet meditation or Shavasana. If you're working to a 45-minute increment, please grab any additional layers or props and make your way into your comfortable seat or rest back in Shavasana for this guided meditation. And now let your posture land your breath into a slower cadence. Encouraging yourself to fold your attention inward, sinking into your body. And just letting your awareness recede back inwards. If you're laying back, relaxing the back of your skull, your shoulders and your arms. Relaxing your back body. And then sensing your buttocks softening and sinking. Your legs relaxed. So inviting your body to drain all of its momentum. And then asking your body to become still except for the movement of your breath. And holding your breath in your relaxed awareness. Bring to mind now the concept of tapas. And just take a moment to reflect on what tapas means to you. What areas of your life could benefit from more discipline, more effort, more willpower. And it could be related to your health or work, relationships, even your practice. And without judgment or criticism, just simply observe this area of your life. Notice any thoughts or emotions that arise as you think about it. Now just bring to mind one small action that you can take today to move towards greater discipline in this area of your life. And just commit to taking this action today. Perhaps visualize yourself doing it with ease and confidence. Activating your motivation so you can flourish and grow. And even if that looks a little awkward or uncomfortable, remind yourself now that your efforts are ultimately broadening your current comfort zone. And that always means growth, transformation. Just take the next couple of minutes here to rest and let be, letting go of all your effort now. Just be quiet and still. And I'll be back to guide you back. And very gently, softly draw your awareness back. Just feeling the gift of ease and peace in your body and mind from practicing. Getting familiar with that feeling you've created so you can return to it any time during the day. Just stretching out, wriggling your body awake and alert now. And if you are laying back, bending your knees, take your feet to the floor. And then as you're ready, rolling out to your right side, just pause for one last rest. Let your eyes adjust to the light in your room. And then drag your way back up to sit. No rush. And thanks so much for joining me for practice today. I hope this class has sparked some motivation, inspired you to engage your tapas, step out of your comfort zone. Namaste.